company LOHUM, and they are actively looking for a partnership between LOHUM and German companies. They are doing quite a lot. Recycling is one part uh, of their products, but I think Sachin can explain way better what the company is doing, what they are looking for, and what their innovation is in the section of the batteries.
Thank you, Maximilian, and good afternoon, everyone. I believe 𝗕𝘁𝘁𝗃𝗁𝗵𝘁 has made my life a little easier because we're in the same space. And we've been in this business for last many years. So I'll just maybe quickly just go through the slides. So we call ourselves a company which is playing in critical minerals. We believe that critical minerals is a problem that needs to be solved globally. Unfortunately, in the past, because of the fact that most countries didn't pay too much focus on refining capacities, China has probably 80 to 90% of capacities for refining most of these materials, and in some cases it's even higher. So that's the goal that we have, and we have been progressing quite well on this front. And hopefully, India as a country will become secure from a critical minerals perspective. And not just India, we believe that when you look at various global players, you have to think about a value chain that can compete globally. And the cost structures that exist in China are hard to beat. And it's important to figure out how to be viable without being protectionist, right? So, and then that's where we feel that India comes as a very viable, geopolitically neutral country to be able to provide similar cost structures while maintaining protection of IP and other things. So we currently play in battery materials, platinum group of metals, going into rare earth metals as well. And obviously, as part of recycling batteries and refining material, we do refining of aluminum, copper, and iron, which are byproducts as well. Just to quickly describe what recycling and refining is, if you look on the right, it's mostly players which are cell manufacturers, battery assemblers. Either those go into EVs or energy storage or consumer electronics. We have a reverse logistics network which collects batteries globally, not just in India. And we first look at whether we can refurbish them, so reuse them. If not, we would recycle them. We have a capacity of more than 20,000 tons per annum, and that's increasing 2 to 3-fold shortly. We not only recycle, but we also go further and produce the lithium, cobalt, nickel salts and metals, which is the refining process using hydrometallurgy. And then we go even one step further, and we have a pilot plant which is doing NMC chemistry, cathode active material. So our goal is to play in the battery material space so that we can then provide the cathode active material, which actually goes into the cathode of the cell manufacturers. So we have a 90% market share right now when it comes to the entire recycling. And this is based on the EPR credits which are generated, and we have a market share of that in the EPR credits. We have India's largest refinery for lithium, which we set up 2 years back. Largest refinery for cobalt as well. And probably the largest refinery for secondary nickel, which is basically nickel that's coming from recycled materials. From primary material like mines and all, Vedanta is probably the biggest when it comes to nickel. Global footprint, we have obviously a strong presence in India, but we have formed a JV in Sharjah in UAE with the Ministry of UAE and also a municipal waste recycler, 𝗕হি. We have a JV in the US as well to set up a plant over there, which is fully integrated all the way to refining with ReElement. And we're setting up the plant there. In Europe, right now, we don't have a plant, but we have a relationship with Panitek, who is basically our feet on ground over there to build in the offtake relationships and also selling material for us as well. And then we have offtake partnerships in different countries as well. In terms of capacity, as I mentioned, lithium, nickel, cobalt, right now close to 1,000 metric tons per annum of metal content. So these translate into obviously 5 to 6 times when it comes to sulfates and all. We have started doing PGM and then getting into rare earths right now. copper, CAM, and last bit is the black mass production, which is what we started out with, which is sizable, but we plan to increase it substantially. We work with almost every brand in India when it comes to EVs or electric batteries. Some of these players are players where we source batteries from. Some of them are where we sell material to. Some of them are where we are working in an EPR relationship as well, given the fact that just to describe, EPR is extended producer responsibility, which basically the government has mandated, which requires producers to buy credit so that it can support the recycling of the materials that they produce. So that's something which is important for the producers to comply with. Our strengths are actually technology, operational know-how, and our global experienced team. Technology is actually beyond just battery materials. You know, we look at chemical processes, we look at diagnostics of batteries when we are looking at second life. We've got AI-based softwares to predict residual value of batteries, which goes into figuring out a lot of financial solutions and all as well. We have more than 1,000 people in the company. 100 plus people are actually part of R&D. So a very strong focus on R&D. We have filed for 100 plus patents. And in terms of recovery rates, we believe we have one of the highest recovery rates, not only in the country, globally. Lithium being at 90% and nickel cobalt being at 95%. So purity is one thing, because you obviously have to get to battery grade material to be able to supply to the market. And battery grade material means not just 99.5 or 99.9% plus, but not having certain impurities, which are important. And then the second piece is our ability to provide traceability, compliance, and all to our partners, and ability to pick up batteries and black mass from different parts of the world. A globally experienced team, people from all over different areas. Rajat has been in the e-waste and lithium-ion battery space for many, many years now. Arun Mittal comes from Exide, and he had set up the gigafactory for Exide. So a significant amount of experience in this space. So I'll just quickly, in fact, take some time to talk about, what are the various ways we can partner. I thought this would be fairly important. One obvious thing is to just recycle. So, we would love to take end-of-life batteries, black mass, or production waste, or magnets in EV motors from various players who may be in the audience. We would love to sell battery materials as well. So lithium, cobalt, nickel salts, CAM that we are producing. And some of the people who we would love to partner would be gigafactories in this case. We can provide technology that we already have. Everything that we've done is completely in-house technology. These things are not rocket science, but at the end of it, to get the desired purities and yields, you need to have the right processes. And that's what takes time, right? And doing it at scale makes it more difficult. We would love to also partner with...
Have a look at the time, please.
Yeah, I'm just ending this last slide. So, technology, which is maybe at TRL 6-7, people who don't want to pilot things, would love to work with them and see how we could do it in India at a much lower cost. And lastly, we invest in startups as well. So would love to get engaged with them. So this is it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the nice presentation.